Welcome back to MOTOBLADE, guys. We are here today at Americade testing out all of the goodies that Indian has. This is the new Indian Chief. Looks a little bit different than when I had a Chief. This one has the performance kit with the big sucker on it. It feels quite a bit different than my old Chief. This is going to be fun. Alright guys, we are test driving this new Indian Chief. This has a high performance kit on it. Oh, that's pretty nice. That's very nice. Now let's see. I'll go over all these details here with you guys in a minute. I'm just trying to figure out the map. Hey, there we go. Got a GPS going. Just because they told me some info on the route that I need to take. So if you guys have been around my channel for a while, I had a Chief. Back in 2016, 2017, I had a 2015 Chief Dark Horse before I upgraded to the Chieftain. It was a really nice bike. Oh, not going to make that light. It was a very nice bike, but it was totally different in style than this. It looked more like, well, it was the old design. It had the beach bars that came back. Didn't necessarily have a top clamp that looked like this. Didn't have the digital display. A lot of things that bike did not have that the new Chief does. So if you guys have been around my channel, you know the criteria. I have certain things I judge motorcycles on. The first of which is comfort. If a bike is not comfortable, you're not going to want to ride it. So let's talk about the comfort of this bike. That's in two categories, the seat and the riding position. The seat on here is kind of your stock Indian seat. It's not great, but I think it's actually better than the old seats they used to have. The old seats were kind of over-reliant on the foam cushioning. This one is a little bit thinner, but it feels a little stiffer. It feels a little more supportive. I think I could be comfortable on this for short rips. I'm not sure I'd be comfortable on this for all day touring comfort. However, the riding position is very comfortable, so maybe just change the seat up a little bit and this would be a super comfortable ride. I like the slight pullback of the bars. So since we're out here on the highway doing about 75, let's talk about the power of this engine. This is the Thunderstroke 116. Now this does have the high super sucker air breather, whatever they called it back there. They told me and I totally forgot. So it's kind of a little extra performance than stock, but the 116 is, you know, the newer, larger version of the 111 Thunderstroke, which was Indian's award-winning engine. Very smooth, very powerful engine. Air-cooled V-twin, all-American ride. No liquid cooling in this model. Indian does have some liquid-cooled bikes now with the Challenger and the Pursuit, but this is a good old air-cooled model. Huh, they even have little signs here. Indian motorcycle demo route. Nice. So there she is, the 2022 Indian Chief. Totally redesigned from when I had the Chief. More of a glossed out look than a flat black look. I like it. Looks very nice. We've got full LEDs up front and we have LEDs in the rear. Not much on this in the way of features other than the electronic technology in the display, which we'll go over in a minute. But they do have a Super Chief, which comes with a windscreen and saddlebags if you guys want more of a bagger style ride. If you guys are interested in the pricing, they even put it right on there for you. Now, as far as the display is concerned here, oh, that's a touchscreen. Oh crap, how'd I get back? So as far as our digital display is concerned, We have a compass here, direction we're headed, northwest right now, 81 degrees outside, RPM, speedometer, oil light down here, dummy screen if you will. Our next screen is info. Has some similar info, but we've got economy, range, information about the bike, if there's any issues with tire pressure. We have range, we have tank level, we have battery information as well, and a gear indicator. Current ride, stop time, moving time, distance, and elevation. And then you have a built-in GPS, which is one of the nicest features to have on a motorcycle nowadays. Just to have something, even though it's small, just if you need to find your way around, having that is great. We can even change layers here. What info do we have? Oh, we can turn on traffic and weather. How cool is this? My Chief definitely did not have all these awesome features. If we go one more click, we're back here. So let's go back to the map for a minute. I'll show you guys a few other things. We can zoom out and in, and you can toggle all of this and control all of this from the switches over here on the left, and with 2 toggle switches up here behind your handlebar controls. So that's how we can switch screens while riding and how we can select different pieces of information. Tap on settings. We can change between touring mode, a little bit slower, smoother throttle response. We can be in standard, which we were in, and now we're going to kick into sport. We can also adjust the brightness of the screen or put it on auto brightness, and it'll automatically adjust to whatever the brightness is outside. Other features of the bike has cruise control. You can control music if you have this paired to your phone through your helmet. You can change your songs back, forward, volume up and down through your headset with a switch over here on the left. Also has voice control, so you can do voice control commands through this and through your headset to your phone and to the bike. All right, we're in sport mode. Let's go get some twisties in on this bike in sport mode. Oh, she pulls a hell of a lot faster in sport mode. Good grief. About took off on me. Wow. Okay. So sport mode is pretty intense. I love it. Now that we're hitting some twisties here, that's some crap on the road. Now that we're hitting a few twisties here, let's talk about the handling. In the curves, it feels like it leans over super far, way further than my old Chief ever did. I think that's more due to the upright nature now of the new Chief. The old ones, you felt like you were sitting back a little further and you had a beach style bar on the bike. Now you're sitting more upright over the tank. You're a little bit leaned forward, not too much. You're pretty much upright, but just the slightest lean up to these bars. Feet forward on pegs instead of floorboards. All of that lends to a much sportier feel. Man, I can just feel it dip and lean into these curves. Let's try the little waggle test here back and forth. I feel like I got plenty of room to lean this over, and I'm not really going to scrape any peg. Wow, that's an amazing feeling with the sport mode on this bike. I'm impressed with that. All right, so we talked about comfort. Riding position's good. Seat could be a little bit better, but that's not a big, huge deal. The power is amazing. It feels amazing. The sport mode is awesome. The handling is fantastic. What else do we have? We've done a walk around. I've shown you guys what the bike looks like. We talked about some of the features. Let's talk about styling. You guys saw how the bike looked when we did the walk around, but looks are subjective to everyone. I think it's a good looking bike. Personally, I preferred the Chief the way it looked before the redesign. I think they still have that look in the Springfield, so they've still preserved that look in their lineup. The new Chief on its own, as a just totally fresh design, I think it looks very, very clean, very modern. I like the chopped fender look that we've gone with instead of the old style like clamshell fenders that they used to have. They've gone for a much sportier feel and a sportier look with this redesign, and they've accomplished that. Indian did an absolute bang-up job with this. Absolutely hit it out of the park. Oh, that's what I'm talking about. That feels amazing. I can't describe to you guys in words how incredible this feels. I can keep telling you it's amazing, but unless you feel this for yourself, the sport mode, the feeling you get when you dig into this throttle is incredible. Engine braking, very smooth. I feel like that clutch needs to be rotated back up here a little bit. It's a little low. What an amazing bike. I'm impressed. It's not the old Chief I had. It's completely new. There's hardly anything left to identify it as a similar bike to its predecessor. And you know what? I think that's okay. They've done a really great job with this motorcycle. So I hope you guys enjoyed this short test ride and review of the new Indian Chief. If you did, let me know down in the comments. Let me know your thoughts on the bike. I've got lots of Indian content that I have been filming for you guys here, so be sure to go check out all the other videos on my channel here from Americade this week. Lots of great Indian content for you guys. Also going to do test rides on a few other things. We've got Yamaha and Honda here, but Indian is my goal this week, to get as much great Indian content on all these new bikes for you guys as possible.